Spiritual. Hail, water, sea. 3 attributes. Light. Zabulon. Digestive. Soul, or love. Joseph. Covering. Will. Benjamin. Bone structure. Mental. Fire, heat. 3 attributes. Desire. Simeon. Organs. Choice. Levi. Glands. Conscious. Issachar. Membranes. Heredity. Air, blood. 3 attributes. Life, or sensation. Asa. Lymph. Opportunity. Nephilim. Nerves. Power. Menaces. Elimination. Environment. Earth physical. 3 attributes. Preservation. Judah. Assimilation. To mental material spiritual. Perpetuation. Reuben. Blood circulation. Keeping alive. Attraction. Gad. Cells. Construction. Spiritual is the life, mind is the builder, physical is the result. The body is a physical pattern of the spiritual. Consequently, each major division of the body must be complete in itself. No one organ can be a major division, as it is only a result, or a channel through which the 3 major divisions work, namely, cells, blood circulation, assimilation. Without either the construction by attraction of cells, the keeping alive by perpetuation of the blood circulation, the influences to the mental material spiritual by preservation of the assimilation, a physical body could not, and would cease to, exist. It could not attract other cells so as to perpetuate its own kind and preserve the mental spiritual influences inherited from the beginning, and thus rise to the next step, the power of overcoming, through elimination of the dross. When reaching that power, all the nerves of the body become aware of greater opportunity to have life. The nervous system gives us so many opportunities to express, to choose life. Without the nerves everything would be sort of dead. See Dan, the serpent, left out of the 12 tribes because he represents death, and through rising to the power and the opportunity of life, we do not find death, as an attribute of the body. The serpent Satan cannot express in flesh save through the environment we give him. Lymph means water. Water means spirit, that from which all things sprang. Consequently, lymph means life. We have just come to the realization that our heritage is life eternal. An interesting point here is that the lymph vessels with the lacteals form the absorbent system for assimilated fats, and it is the only channel of assimilation that does not empty into the liver. Remember, the liver and kidneys are the positive and negative poles of the physical body. Consequently, we rise to the mental influence, realizing that mind is the builder, and we must do something about it, hence our conscience becomes active. Conscience is the nearest dwelling place in our bodies of the Holy of Holies, the Spirit of the Master. Thus it must be represented in the physical by the membranes that are skin-like tissue covering parts of the body, lining cavities, and canals which communicate with the external air, lining cavities, which have no external communication. It is interesting to note here that if a certain kind of membrane fluid is secreted in excess, one has a dropsical water condition. Probably one dries up and dies if there is too little secretion. Then, having been pricked by conscience, one has a choice to make through the 7 spiritual centers, the 7 glands about which so little is known in the physical. See chart of the 7 churches, and Revelation 1-7. We can choose to express through the glands and open the 7 spiritual centers, or we can choose to leave them closed and just be physical. We are always making the choice, consciously or unconsciously. Choice is governed greatly by desire, and desire would attract organs through which to function in the physical body. It was desire that caused man to come into a physical body, and the organs have to function in order to manifest or express desire. Choosing and desiring then to go upward toward our source, we come to the spiritual influence, with its attributes. In order to attain stability and be able to stand in the presence of the Most High, we must exercise will, that factor which can make us strong, positive, and upright. Consequently, we have selected bone structure as the representation in the physical for such a strong attribute. The soul could not express very well in the earth without a covering, so it gradually took onto itself a physical body. Hence in the present body our soul shines through or is expressed through our outer covering. See similarity here to our mental attribute of conscience, represented in the skin-like coverings called membranes. The highest spiritual attribute is light. The first creation was light. If our soul continues to follow the light, we will get back to our source. The first thing a body does when it is born into light, physical, is to start digesting. Consequently, we have put the digestive system as the representation of light in the physical body. We must properly digest all the attributes, that is, spiritualize them, and return them to their source in spirit. Then we each will be as a complete cell, corpuscle, in the body of God, spirit, throbbing, pulsing, creating, co-working with the whole, yet realizing ourselves to be individual. So, before creation there was spirit. The spirit comes down through influences, through the attributes, into the physical body, and returns, starting from the cells, to build through the physical to the spirit again. With this picture, we see exactly what was meant in group number 1 reading on spirit, when it said spirit was the beginning and the end of all steps for a soul's development, in the earth. Also we understand the Spirit of Jesus Christ saying in the vision to John, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.